The level of delusion you need in your life to succeed, it's just, you guys underestimate the level of delusion you need. Every successful person in their life, they're delusional, because if you want to succeed at something, you need to already be that person. So every successful person already thinks and behaves like a person who has already accomplished it. You think the Elon Musks, the Jeff Bezos of this world, they think like a loser, and they're not thinking that they're gonna one day create a $1 billion company. Obviously not. They all think that they're going to succeed, and they're going to achieve their goals, right? I'm not saying that you should have empty delusion. There should be action backing your delusion, right? Every delusion is just a dream until and unless it's backed by action. Recently, I came across this video on Miyamoto Musashi. I'm sorry for butchering this name, but Miyamoto, right? I came across his principles. Oh my god, it blew my mind. It just completely changed perspective on life in general, in terms of work, discipline, and everything else. So, one of the few important takeaways I had in those principles are immediate action. So he talks about immediate action, right? Whenever we decide of doing something, what do? We wait, we delay that action, we make excuses for it, or even if we do the action, it's always not at the time we want. So what he came up with was punishing yourself whenever you don't immediately take action. Because he was living a warrior life, every second mattered in that. His philosophy is the moment you have taken the decision, you act. In fighting, when you take the decision of striking and there's a gap, you're killed right there. So he couldn't take those risks. So what he talks about is immediate action. This can be applied in our life as well. As soon as we decide we're going to do something, we have to immediately do it. This trains your prefrontal cortex to take action and become an action taking person rather than a passive person who just lets his mind do whatever it feels like at the moment, right? So more and more actions you're going to keep taking. As soon as you decide, it's going to form a positive circle loop uh, in your head, and you're going to be in a self confirmation bias, right? Which will help you in changing your identity completely. You become one of these guys who just says they're going to do things, to one of those guys who's actually achieved something in their life rather than just keep talking and talking and not doing anything. So do less talking, do more action taking, right? Another important principles which he has mentioned is comfort and simplicity. Now, in what context has he mentioned these two things? When it comes to comfort, he's talking about if if you need to have a priority of things in your life where everything fits in a priority. So comfort comes at the last priority of the things which you have to do. First is growth, then uh, rest, and so on and so forth, right? Whenever you have this dilemma in your head and you give time for this mental battle for you to do two things at once, like let's say you want to sleep and you have a choice of going to the gym in the morning. Now you when you're laying on the bed, your mind is going through this battle of whether to go to the gym or sleep. Oh, last night I didn't sleep well, blah 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 blah. So your mind is coming up with is coming up with reasons, or let's just say it's trying to make up reasons why you should sleep. So what he says is, when you make it clear what your priorities are and you put comfort at the last, sleeping is a comfort, and you make growth the higher priority, immediately your brain knows what needs to be done. So growth takes higher priority over comfort, and you get up and immediately go to the gym. So always choose harder things over comfort in terms of your growth in your life, right? That's how winners are born. Winners don't do easy things. it, the thing which differentiates winners and people who don't win is only one: winners are addicted to discomfort and improving their life, right? And the losers, they're passive, they don't do anything, they're indulged in the dopamine. Another thing with the modern day social media, the dopamine cycle and everything, is it's just a form of a drug, I feel. It just keeps you drugged all the time. Your brain is fried, and you don't do any action. Like, just compare it to something like alcohol, right? What happens when you drink? You're not able to do anything else. Your mind is completely intoxicated. That's what is happening with social media. People are not realizing it, but when you can over consumption of social media fries your dopamine receptors, and in turn it makes it harder for you to do harder tasks. Harder tasks are those tasks which are going to push you forward in your life and grow you further. Business tasks, the work tasks with the gym, anything. So staying in comfort is going to kill your goals. Another thing is simplicity. You need to make your routine as simple as possible, because every day is not going to be perfect, right? You are going to have challenges, you're going to have things which are out of your control happen in your life. So if you make a very rigid complex routine, you won't be able to do it every single day. Nobody is perfect. If you make the routine as simple as possible, you can keep the consistency up for a long time. And the routine needs to be incorporated in your life step by step. That is, you take one task, you you start doing it consistently. Once you maintain the consistency over a long enough period of time, you add another task to it. Then once you do two of these tasks continuously for a long period of time, you add another task to it. Most people, the mistake they make is they add everything together in the routine, make it extremely complex, and they miss one day. Second day they say, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, today is not the perfect day, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden the routine is gone, everything is useless. Keep it as simple as possible. Simplicity is the key in maintaining routines. So these are some of the important principles which he has spoken about. There are many other principles. I'm going to talk about those in other videos. Now we're going to discuss how my previous weeks have been. Yeah, so this week I was supposed to upload this video on Monday, but it's not happening. But I'm uploading it on this week itself. That's good. I've started cutting right now, so it's going decent. Not as perfect as I want, but it's going pretty good. A business, I've started to take action in this month. I think that's really good. Yeah, the momentum is good right now. I mean, yeah, this week, first few days, I went a little bit off track, but I'm back at it. What I'm noticing these days is I'm getting out of the rut really fast, right? Compared to before, where I used to waste like 2-3 weeks before I came to the realization, oh, I have to do something. Or even months, man. So many days I have been there where even months were wasted. But these days I'm coming back really fast, really fast. So it's been really good, I would say. And yeah, I'm gonna upload one more video tomorrow, and then we're gonna keep leveling up. I need to improve my speaking, my video editing skills, my storytelling. all these things, definitely I can see the changes in myself, right? I need to, like, I'm using my prefrontal cortex more in my decision making, taking harder decisions compared to easier ones. So yeah, it's a lot of improvement. I'm grateful.